Hi everyone, time for another midweek makeup. I'm still doing the Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass palette challenge. The challenge basically is to just use the brush that came with the set and the looks, so each of these quads represent a look for each of the characters. So you've got Alice here, the Mad Hatter, Mirana here, Iracebeth and Time. So I've done looks for Alice, the Mad Hatter, Mirana, and today I'm doing a look for Iracebeth. So you have to use the colours that are only in that quad, you're only allowed to use this brush, and you're only allowed to use the lipsticks that came with the palette as well. Now I didn't actually get the lipsticks in time, so instead I got some lipsticks that were as close as possible to the colours that went with the palette. So today I'm using the NYX Liquid Suede here in the colour Kitten Heels. It's a sort of a matte red, really bright red to go with the Iracebeth colours, and I'm just going to be using this quad here for my eyeshadow and also for my blusher, so we'll see how we get on. So the only other thing that you're allowed to use is your own mascara, whichever mascara you choose. I've got Showgirl here by Barry M, and I just really love this mascara because it makes your eyelashes really thick and long and dark and everything, but I'm going to be using it to style my eyebrows as well, so that makes it a little bit more difficult because obviously it makes your eyebrow hairs also thick and long and dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape as much as I can off the brush, and then I'm going to clean the brush off as best I can with a bit of kitchen towel, and then I'm going to do my eyebrows. There we go. So not perfect, but I think they'll do. So the first colour I'm going to use is this one, Salazar Grum, and I'm going to use it as a sort of a transition shade on my eyelid just above my crease, and I'm going to use the soft end of the brush here, this end here. So you've got the sort of a softer end here, and then on the other side you've got a slightly shorter, more densely packed brush. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that and start using it just above my crease line here. Like so. This is sort of a really lovely kind of brick red shade. Something a little bit like that. And then I'm going to take Bandersnatch, which is this dark blue sort of matte shade here, and I'm going to put that just in my crease below the Salazar Grum and in the outer corner of my eye as well. Just going to blend that in a little bit more by picking up a little bit of that colour on here, on the softer end of the brush, and just swiping it backwards and forwards like this. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So then I'm going to take this gorgeous sort of teal shade called Heads Will Roll, and I'm going to put that on my eyelids, sort of on the inner 2/3, and I'm going to use the dense end of the brush again for that. Such a beautiful colour, it's got sort of gold sparkles in it, it's really pretty. And then just to finish the top of my eyes, I'm going to take this beautiful sort of champagne-y colour called Royal Flush. It's such a gorgeous colour, I've been using it a lot as a eyebrow highlight, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Again, using the dense end of the brush, I'm just going to go under my eyebrow and highlight that. Also been using it as a regular highlighter just on my cheekbone, it's so pretty. And then I'm just going to kind of blend those colours together a little bit more. There we go, and then I'm going to do the colours underneath. So I think for this I'm going to kind of swap the colours around, so I'm going to have the Heads Will Roll, which is the greeny teal colour on the outside, and then Bandersnatch, which is the dark blue on the inside. And then finally I'm going to put some Royal Flush, this pale champagne colour, just on the inner corner to brighten that up a bit. Like so. So that's the eyes, finished and done. And now I'm going to do my lips. Okay, so because Iracebeth is the Queen of Hearts, I just tried to draw like a heart shape on my lips, which is what she's actually got in the movie, but it turns out that if you're just doing it with the doe foot on this, it's just not possible to get it quite accurate enough. And I got it all over my face, it was literally everywhere. So I'm going to try again, just doing my lips, my regular lip shape with this colour, because otherwise I think I'm just going to mess it up again. So I recommend that if you're going to do that sort of heart-shaped lip kind of thing, that you use a lip liner first, or use a teeny tiny brush and get some of the colour off of the doe foot first and then do it, because otherwise it's not going to work. This is such an intense bright red. It's really kind of in your face. Again, I think I'd have rather have been able to use some sort of liner for my lips with this colour, especially with this colour, because it's so intense. But yeah, I think that'll do for my lips. So I'm just going to move on to doing the blusher and then I'll be finished. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just use a tiny bit of Bandersnatch here, the dark blue, as a contour, and just see what happens. I think it'll probably be too dark, but never mind, we'll try it out. Just on a little tiny blusher brush here. There, and then I'm going to use Salars and Grum, which is the brick red, as the blusher, and for that I'm going to use my lovely super cheap Poundland brush. And then finally I'm going to go back to the little brush and Royal Flush, this lovely champagne colour here, and use that as a highlight. And I don't care that there's loads on it because it's just such a pretty colour. So there we go, that's the finished look. I'm not sure about the red lipstick, it's just too in your face, but apart from that I quite like the rest of the look. I'm quite pleased with it. Oh, but I have forgotten one thing, which is to use mascara on my eyelashes. I've been doing that quite a lot recently, I'm not quite sure why, but anyway. So let's just give my eyelashes a couple of coats of mascara, just to finish off. There we go. I think that probably looks better now, doesn't it? Anyway, so that's the finished look. Let me know what you think. Let me know which is your favourite character makeup so far. Let me know if you're going to do the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette challenge as well. And I look forward to seeing your videos. Speak to you in the comments below. Bye for now.